Hey friends, thanks for checking out this email. I just want to encourage you as you uncover and discover different parts of yourself through the help of the Enneagram. One of the things that I have found so helpful with my clients throughout the years is this idea of owning your own story, living in your own circle. And so I use a PDF that is a free download here this week, and it really helps you understand what I'm talking about, okay? So we are all responsible for our own person. So if you're in a marriage, you are responsible for you and they are responsible for them. And so when we try to figure out how to do this thing together, oftentimes we're running into each other's circle, okay? We're running into each other's space, trying to make the other person happy, or we're like disappearing out of our own space and the other person's kind of trying to come into it and trying to figure out like, where did you go? What do you need? How come I can't get to you? And it's so overwhelming to the other person that they literally just kind of leave, okay? A lot of this we're talking about right here is called it's attachment theory, and so if you're interested in that, or like what is she talking about, take a look at attachment theory and try to see if you can figure out your attachment. There's several types of attachment, and every one of them can be worked on. Okay, so. But as we're talking about Enneagram and we're talking about trying to uncover and discover parts of ourselves, it's really important for us to understand that we need to own our own circle. You need to know how you function and what makes you tick and what are the triggers and how to be healthy and whole, and not trying to always make the other person healthy or whole, or expecting somebody else to make you healthy or whole. It's really, really important that you stay in your own circle. Okay, so if you're in your own circle and you're married and you've got a spouse and they're in their own circle, then together up here is what we call a marriage circle, okay? And this is where we want to function out of in our marriage. So you are whole and that person is whole, your spouse is whole, and together you go up into the marriage circle and you give a little bit of each other to each other, but you never leave yourself. You never fully give all yourself away so that there's nothing left, because you're not giving out of an overflow, you're giving out of kind of a drought, right? And so you're never going to give your best self. You're always going to feel disappointed or hurt or betrayed. You're never going to feel fully filled up in a relationship. If you learn to really navigate what it looks like to live in your circle, okay, your spouse to live in their circle, and for you to go up into your marriage circle, and for you guys to give out of an overflow of you guys being filled up, okay? And God is in all of this. God is in your marriage circle. God is in you guys. And so as you are learning to do this together, you're learning to give and take, okay? There's a give and take in relationship. And so if we look into the Enneagram numbers and we all kind of understand what each number's looking for, in relationship, it helps us. So a 1, when they are in relationship, they want to know that the other person thinks of them as good. They want to be seen in that light. They want to be seen as morally sound, and they want to be safe. They want to be loved. Everybody, regardless of your number, we all want to know we are loved, okay, and accepted as we are. So we all want this, but as a 1, they're really looking like, am I good? Am I doing it right? Are they doing it right? Are we all doing it right? You know, that's a big concern for them. And so understanding that and leading into that can really, really help a 1 feel safe, okay? A 2, they want to know that they're loved and wanted, and they need to hear that they're loved and wanted. They need to see you do things for them that you have picked up on that they care about. Maybe you know that they love coffee, and so you're going to pick up a special Starbucks drink for them and give it to them. Maybe it's flowers, maybe it's a date night, maybe it's a show, I don't know what it is, but what does that look like? And so you're going to try to meet that need out of an overflow of you taking care of your own self, okay? So loved and wanted. 3s, they want to know that they're accepted just as they are. And that's really, really important to them, okay? And so they're accepted just as they are. And what does that look like? You know, that they don't have to try to be, you know, winning at anything in the relationship, but if they decide that they want to lay on the couch and watch TV all day on a Saturday, it's okay that they don't have to drive even in the relationship. They're looking for safety. It's really, really hard for a 3 to even relax within relationships. So you could be married to a 3 for years like me and 20 years into it, be like, do you feel like you can relax? And my husband's like, I don't know that I know how to do that. And I'm like, oh, we need to work on this 20 years later. We need to work on this. Here's some space to do that. Fours want to know that they are accepted for just who they are. Okay, a little bit different than a 3. A 3 is like, I want to know I'm accepted. 4s want to know that they can be their unique selves, they can be creative, they can be all of these things, and that you're going to come towards them. Okay, that you're going to move towards them in relationship. They really are looking for somebody, even if they have a lot of emotions, or they feel very charged by a situation, they still want people to move towards them in relationship. And it's really important for a 4 that you move towards them in relationship, not away from them. So big issues can happen when there's the disconnect and emotional neglect in relationships, right, for every number, but a 4 especially, because they are so emotionally charged, which is a beautiful thing. We can all learn from 4s. But, just to be aware in a 4, show up, be there for them, be what they need. Okay, 5s actually, they need a lot of space. They need a lot of privacy in their relationship. They want to know what's expected of them. They want to meet that, and they also want their own space. Okay, and so giving them their own space without making them feel guilty or shameful about liking privacy or having a little bit of alone time or having a man cave or a she shed, whatever it is, what does that look like? So allowing people to have their own space is huge for a 5. Now, a 6, they want to know that they're safe, and they want to know that they're secure in the relationship. And so they're going to even maybe test the relationship a little bit. Like, are you where you say you are? Are you doing what you said you're going to do? Are you going to show up for me the way you said you're going to show up for me? And so a 6 is kind of always testing the relationship in this way, hoping to find safety and security. So show them that you are who you say you are. You're going to show up the way that you intend to show up, and be there for them in that way. That's really what they're looking for. Okay, 7s in relationship, they want to have fun. They do not like a lot of limits placed on them, so they don't want long budget meetings or anything like that. They really like to have fun and adventure, stimulation. What are we going to do? What can we get into? That's really important for a 7. And so if you can help cultivate an atmosphere of fun for them, not all the time, but just like think about them, like what do they want to do in the weekend? They probably don't want to sit in front of the TV all weekend. They probably want to do something fun. What could that be, and how can you engage in that? Okay, 8s want to be in charge. They really want to be the ones kind of making the calls. They want you to go along with their great ideas. So how can you do that in relationship? How can you allow the 8 to dream big and then support their dreams, go along with them? In that they also sometimes need their own autonomy. They want to be their own person, so they don't want to be told what to do or made to feel like they have to be somebody else. And if you are hitting some of that, that could be part of the frustration within the relationship. So 8s really want to be their own person and show up in whatever way that they want with their big ideas and plans. Okay, the 9, they really want peace and autonomy, but peace and harmony, and they want a peaceful environment. They don't like a lot of fighting and chaos and crazy, so they are not going to be the ones that are going to crank the music up and like all the yelling and fighting that happens within families, and they're not going to like a lot of that chaos. Not that they don't like loud music, but they don't like the chaos that could come with, a lot of noise and kind of energy swirling around. So they really want to know that they are safe and that there's peace in the environment and that you guys are connected. And so they also really want to know that their voice is heard and that they matter. So if they are trying to talk to you about something and they're trying to share an idea, let them have the space to share the idea before you shut it down or poke holes in it. Let them have the space to kind of share with you all of that's kind of going on inside of them, and what does that look like. So again, this is Enneagram, what people want in relationship. And if we really think about taking care of ourselves, like this is your circle, this is your spouse's circle, or the person you're in a relationship with, and then this is your marriage circle. Okay, we can also kind of take this down, this little circle idea, and we can think about it in relationship with our children. If you are a parent, your circle, their circle, relationship of a parent-child relationship. You're not doing everything for them, trying to make them happy, and they're not trying to make you happy by pleasing you in whatever way. You're teaching them how to care for themselves, and you are leading by example, and then up together in the family parent circle. You can do this in work environments also. If you are in a work environment, this is your this is your own personal circle, okay? This is the work circle. This is what all the expectations that are in the work environment. And up here is the agreed upon. What did you agree upon when you took the job? You know, what pay did you agree upon? What schedule did you agree upon? What hours, you know, all the things, like how many extra hours did you agree upon? Maybe none, and you know, you feel taken advantage of. So it's kind of a great assessment of like, where am I? Am I taking care of my own personal needs? And then this is you know, the secondary thing in it, whether it's relationship oriented, whether it's a work situation, whatever it is. This is you taking care of your circle. This is the other circle of expectations right here, right? Or relationship or thing. And then up here is how you're going to do it. How are you going to function? You're never going to fully give everything to your work at the expense of yourself. That is not a wise decision, okay? You're never going to give everything to your work at the expense of your family. So figuring out what you need in your circle, what they need, you know, what the work is required, and then up here, how you're going to do it. How are you going to manage all of that stuff? So you can take this circle idea and flesh it out with the PDF that you can download for free. I would love for you guys to share this email with anybody you think could benefit from this. Also, I'd love for you to follow me on social media if you don't. Enneagram with JB on Facebook and Instagram. And I cannot wait to be with you guys again.